Hello, welcome. My name is Kimberly Sanders, and I have my dear friend Barbara Javers on. And we're so excited to have you here. We came together today to talk about a mission that both of us have entered in a really divine way. We met years ago, Barbara and I, through her amazing sister, Emily. And I just had a feeling that because of who Barbara is and what she stands for, that she too would want to be a part of an economic revolution. We're part of the most incredible experience called, it's the Purium economy. This is a community of like-minded people that are really making a difference on this earth and really helping educate people about what is really going on with the food today and agriculture and so many other things that humans are dealing with on a physical, mental, emotional, and even spiritual level. And so I've united with Purium many years ago, and I actually shared this with Barbara about 5 years ago. And it was a time of transformation in her life. Her mom wasn't truly well, and she was in a state of caring for her mother in hospice. And that's when Purium came into her life. And many years have passed now, and I'm just so excited because I have been doing this so consistently with myself. Barbara reignited herself, and now we get to be business partners. And so we're coming to you really on a level of engagement and invitation to step into leadership like we both have. And Barbara really has as well. And it's such an honor to get to work with her. She's my Capricorn sister. We have our systems in place, and it's just incredible to watch her thrive and grow. And so without further ado, I'd love to open up the call and we'll just share back and forth. And I'd love to hear, where were you before Purium? What's happened for you, and just what's on your mind with this? And if you're seeing this, this is a true personal invitation that we wanted to share this call with you. So thanks for watching, and thanks for sharing, Barbara.
And thank you. I mean, I really can't thank you enough, Kim. It's been kind of a slow crawl into where I'm at now, like the honor that I have to stand where I am right now. I've been through a lot over the last, 20 years, right? Who hasn't? Divorce, natural disasters, addiction, single motherhood. There's so many challenges, not to mention the pandemic, which we all came through together. And it's a true gift that I was able to find these foods at the time for my mom, who was in her last years and taking so many medications that she could not keep a lot of regular food down there towards the end. And my sister sent Kim to me, and Kim brought me these foods for my mom, and she was able to keep those down. And long story short, she was able to live out some good time that I believe she would not have without these foods, because she was taking in the nutrients, the density that she needed, and in a systematic way that she needed, that really I've learned now that everybody needs. And I reached a point after she passed where I wanted to take care of myself, and I wanted to take care of myself, and I wanted to thrive, and I wanted to feel my best again. You come out of a divorce and losing a parent or any life happening, in that way, and you realize that you just want to feel good again. You just want to feel your best. And so I did this for myself, and I got this nutrition in my body. I got this food in my body. It's organic, live dehydrated superfoods grown in regenerative soil, watered with volcanic mineralized ash water. It's really the purest food on the planet. And when you think about what we put in our bodies every day, you think about what's in the air every day, and you think about what's in the water every day, guys, there's forever chemicals, glyphosate, just to name one of many, and the microplastics and all these things that come into our body, that our body is expected to filter. And our bodies are not evolved for forever chemicals. And the feeling that I got when I started using this system consistently, it's really beyond words. What a difference it makes when you are once again feeling from the inside out this feeling of purity and this feeling of just optimal function in your body. I used to dance training, 4 to 6 hours a day. And I was in great shape and I was young and I didn't eat that well, but you're young and you're in shape and you feel great. And I just craved that in my life. I wanted to have that vitality again. And with these foods, I was able to find that. And I was able to start training and dancing again in a way that I had not for over a decade. Um, that gift alone is huge. And when I started understanding what it was doing for me, I started to learn more about the company, and I watched Kim and I watched everything she was doing. And I saw the way that she was helping people, and it struck a chord in me. And, I went over to Kim's house and she was asking me, why are you interested in this? And why are you wanting to do this? And I was like, I want to help other people. And what it was is I had a realization. I had this almost just dumbfounding realization. It like hit me like a ray of light that people need to be helped. People need support. People need nurturing. And it's something that's been missing in our culture and in our society. And it goes deeper than the personal level because it's not just us. Humanity is one piece of this puzzle. There's also the earth and the plants and the animals, and everything needs we need a revolution. We need a way to be fed and to be able to survive and pay for life and make money and have trade and have commerce. But we need to revise and kind of refinish our systems. There's all these systems in place. We have social media. I have so many friends who are on social media nonstop all day, every day. There's information constantly flying back and forth. And I was like, if I can use those skills that I've built online and through the networking that I do through music and through dance and through yoga, and I can use those resources and those practices that I already have in place and have the information that I'm working with, the material that I'm working with, be up to par with a standard of living that I want for the world, that I want to see in the world, then I will be able to live in a state of feeling fully comfortable with who I am and what I'm doing with my life. So this is the whole idea of the Purium economy and the conscious commerce. I could go work for any corporation tomorrow. I could go back and I could work for the school district. I could go teach dance classes at private studios. I do teach, movement classes now, but there is no better feeling than working for a company and knowing that every single dime that you earn is going back to a company that is cherishing the earth, that's cherishing their employees, that's cherishing the people that consume the foods that they make. And that conscious energy is literally in the foods. It's in the way that we speak with each other when we gather together. We have circles and we gather together on these calls and we do team building. And when you put that much conscious energy into your company and into the people that you work with, and you share that also with the people that you're selling these foods to, you're building a conscious universe. You're building a conscious creative universe where we get to decide who and what and when and where we put our energy and our money and our time into, and what we're putting into our body. There's a level of sovereignty there that's untouchable. And for me, it's just a no-brainer to do this work. And so anybody who's listening that's interested and wants to know more about this way of earning and about this way of thriving and growing together with those that you work with, I don't know how many people I know that just talk about work. And it's like, oh, I have to go to work. I have to go do this job so that I have to pay my bills. And it's like, the experience that I have with Purium is the complete opposite. I get to go to work. I have the honor of working with people who are giving back to me tenfold. It feels sometimes I'm receiving tenfold what I'm putting in. And I know that that's not only the case with my energy, but with my well-being. That's the case with my money. When you're talking about the chemical world that we live in, the value of purity, the value of being as close to the earth as you can be is paramount. And that value is going to show up in your life. So I'm participating in this conscious commerce. And I have lots of friends out there who talk to me about their jobs and not liking their jobs. And even people that are in sales, that do sales, that work with people, that work in stores. I have friends that are yoga teachers, that are dance teachers, that are practitioners who have yoga studios. And this food, what you eat is a practice in life. What you consume can be like a practice and a ceremony and a discipline that increases and enhances the energetic value of your life. And it's just something that anybody can tap into. It doesn't matter what you've been doing for work. You can engage yourself with these foods and you can engage yourself with this company in a way that is going to bring value back to your life in so many different ways. And I just want to share that with people. And I love it that I get to do it through social media, because the time that was once spent for me on social media, really pushing, politics here and there. I'm very passionate about what's happening with politics right now. I'm very passionate about what's happening with the industrial food industry. And a lot of people will talk to me about that, about how messed up it is that our foods are the way they are. There's chemicals, there's binders, there's fillers, the milk has hormones. What is that doing to our bodies? What is that doing to our children's bodies? What is that doing to our parents' bodies? But yet there's an extra step that needs to be taken. And there's an urgency with what's happening in our world. And it's not just with food, it's in so many different arenas. But if you find yourself in a job, in a mundane job, and you're doing a service to the world that doesn't feel like it's fulfilling your life's purpose, reach out and see about this. Because if you can find a way to engage with the world and do like we're doing, we're changing the world. Every person that I find who does themselves a favor and tries this food and puts it in their body understands why I'm doing this. And they know that I'm coming from a place of saving the planet and saving their function of their body. And it's just so fulfilling. And I've been kind of on this roller coaster, like still nannying and doing all these other gigs. But I'm just diving full in because I see it as something that's just going to increase in value over time. The investment that I put in now with my time to be making the money that I'm making now is just going to continue to unfold and multiply, because we have this product that is so valuable. I look at other companies that are doing similar things to what we're doing, and they just don't meet the standard. They don't do the testing. They don't do the regenerative soil. They don't have the guarantee of purity that we have. And they don't have the people that we have. When I look at the people that we have, I mean,
and
it's
they don't have the packaging either. I'd love for you to touch on that, because
yes,
we're consuming so many things all the time. And I actually just took my trash and recycle out, and I didn't take it out last week. And there's nothing to throw away. Where in the world is away? And so our packaging, I'd love for you to touch on that.
Yeah, guys, we have compostable packaging. I mean, we have compostable packaging, and the founder of our company has an organization that reaches out to other companies to help them have compostable packaging, because it's 2023 and it's time to be responsible. It's time to leave no trace. Everybody knows about leave no trace. You go camping, You don't leave anything behind because that's our precious earth. And then we get home to our house and we throw stuff in the trash can. People don't even have recycling cans. It blows my mind. People don't have compost. It is time for us to enact the revolution. This is bamboo and hemp resin compostable packaging, and it's totally attainable. It's totally affordable for all companies. Yet we are literally one of the only companies around that is providing this to the consumer. And this was at a cost to the company. The company is so ethical that they're taking these steps before it financially makes sense, to set an example for the world of what's possible. And I think that spirit and that energy of what this company is doing just resonates. It's so deep in me. I was, signing up for Greenpeace when I was 12, and I was on the recycling crew at the folk festivals when I was a teenager still. And, it's just so much that we can do for the world. And the time is now. The time is now to be a part of something that is going to, like I said, enact this revolution to move us into an evolution that is fitted better for the world that we want to see. We don't want to see trash heaps. We don't want to see people sick, and I walk around every day and I'm so much more aware now. People just in pain, and you can see it in their face and you can feel it in their energy. And it comes out in what they create in their life, in their relationships. It comes out in whatever work that they do in the world. And then collectively, this comes out in the communities we're building. This comes out in the world that we're building. And so, if anybody else is super passionate about this stuff, I just know that this company will resonate with you. And I urge you to just reach out to me and just see what it's about. It's absolutely no pressure at all. We do these Zoom calls all the time where you can just come on and ask questions and see what it's about, So if you're interested in finding another way to make some money, another way to create something in the world that is going to ripple out and affect change that is needed, come be a soldier on our front lines. Like, we're fighting this fight, and we want to get this pure nutrition, this premium nutrition that's grown in a way that aids the purity of the soil, that aids the purity of the water, and aids the purity of our bodies for the extension of our species, our kids and our kids' kids. It's a blessing to be a part of, and it's a blessing to watch the change, the very real change that it affects in real time when you work with people and they're able to find sobriety and they're able to fix, support their digestion, and they're able to find mental clarity, and anxiety and depression gets relieved. And I was able to lower my A1C3 pre-diabetic diagnosis using these foods. My skin has improved. I mean, just the quality of the relationships in my life. And when you see that you're able to provide that change for people, it's mind blowing, because I never, I say that this is like a dream, something that I've dreamed of, but I really didn't believe, like, I went through a period of time where I didn't believe that the world was going to catch up with this vision that I had of the way things could be. I go to this folk festival in Texas, and when you leave, it always says, it could always be this way. And it took me a little time to adjust my life so that I could come into doing this work full time. And I'm just so thankful to be here right now today and doing this work and having full-time time to put into it. And so I'm extremely excited. I'm looking to build a team of people that want to work with me as well. The more of us that are doing this work, the more people ease their suffering, and the more regenerative soil is on the earth. And so reach out to me for sure if you're interested. I'll be doing more lives this week. I'll be going live a lot more and just letting you guys know more about it. So stay tuned. Kim and I are always here if anybody wants to know more.
Thank you so much, Barbara. Yeah, it's really a blessing to be able to first and foremost step into your own power and then just be this example for other people and know that the more you show up for yourself, the more you can show up for other people. And we all keep each other accountable in a way with just ease and grace. It's like there's no like hard like driving things or anything, it's just how can we keep really bringing this goodness to everybody's lives. And that's what we want to do. And that's why we're here. I have a ton of people that I feed all the time, but it's the people like Barbara that step into that knowing that they really want to make a difference and that they really want to be the change that we want to see in the world. So if this is resonating with you, get back to us and we'd love to have you on our team. Thanks. Thanks, Barb. Thank you so much.